Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about my most favorite tech strategy so far for Town of 14. Yes, P.E.K.K.A. Smash was cool and everything, but I really missed like those fancy queen charges, kind of the same way as with Queen Charge Hybrid. And well, I found it. Queen Charge Dragon Riders. It's just so much fun. It's really unbelievable. This is the army composition which I was running. I was choosing a Yeti blimp over like a Dragon and Loon blimp. I will show you in a couple of seconds why exactly. If you would like to copy this attack strategy, it's super easy. You just have to press the link down below in the description. And with this, you can easily copy the army composition. You have to use your own clan castle though, so I'm using the Yeti blimp with the poison and a rage in the clan castle. You need to use the blimp and the slammer. Those are the two important siege machines. Everything else, you just don't care. Like, those are the two important things. Super troops, you need the goblins. Those are missing in my army composition right now. Normally I'm using 3 super goblins. So I have 3 super goblins and super wall breakers. But I think we're just getting started, and let's check it out how we did in Legends. Before we're jumping in there, one quick reminder. Since there are so many new offers in the game, there's the new King skin, there's the new War scenery and everything else, make sure you use a credit code when you're buying any of those. For you guys, it's only like a couple of seconds. For us, it's a huge support as content creators. If you would like to support me and this channel, everything, obviously, make sure to use code ITSU. Thank you so much for the support. It is really appreciated. So let's get started with the first attack. And today in this video, it's not about doing live attacks or anything. I will try to explain why and what exactly is the thought process going into this attack strategy. The first thing, whenever you're doing this attack strategy, you never ever want to have your Dragon Riders versus the versus the Town Hall. This is the most important thing. So you always need to either charge the Town Hall or blimp the Town Hall. This is super important. The second biggest threat is the Eagle. The Eagle is super annoying, so you want to take that out early, especially because you're using a lot of heroes, so that's kind of important. On this attack right now, I have not the wizard just yet in my army composition. Those were the first attacks on the live game, which I did in Legends League. I'm around about 5-7k trophies, so not too low, I would say. And the idea which I had on this attack is basically doing a triple layer queen charge into the Eagle, into the Town Hall. This was the goal at this point. And to somehow making this work, I was right now deciding, should I go with the slammer, should I go for the blimp, kind of depending on my next wall breaker actually making it into the core. But now at this point we need some funneling. So that's why I'm using the Royal Champion right now to funnel the left side, using the King to funnel the right side, just to make sure that my queen is going into the right direction. So at this point it's looking okay, but the wall break was not the best. Like, you really need to make sure that the wall breaks are hitting the right walls. For example, on this one, I should have waited for the Eagle going down, then sending in the wall break, so a different wall would have been targeted. Either way, Clan Castle is coming out, and at this point, I'm like, okay, let's push our queen back into their Town Hall, make sure that she's taking everything down. And that's the cool thing about this strategy, it's super flexible. So this means you can use the Royal Champion with your queen funneling, you can use it for your Dragon Riders. The same thing with the Slammer, or like with the blimp. You can actually do the Yeti blimp for the opening, luring out the clan castle, things like that. But at the same time, you can use it to take down an air defense, for example, as well. That's already great value for a blimp like this. So that's what I'm doing right now, charging the Town Hall. Meanwhile, the Dragon Riders from the top, we have another rage. And that's the cool thing about the strategy as well. You have so many spells. You can use it for both of our options, either the Queen Charge or the Dragon Riders. I used it for the Dragon Riders just because I wanted to push even quicker into that multi-inferno tower, and I felt like the Queen was dead anyways at this point. And the Royal Champions at the outside, my Headhunters killed the enemy Royal Champion on the outside. And at this point, like, the healers are doing some more tank and everything. I should have lured over the healer at this point to the right side with our sneaky goblins, but the base was pretty much crushed anyway. So first attack, it's done. It's a 3-star for us. And boy, this is just a fun strategy. Obviously, it's a bit harder than Queen Charge Hybrid to execute. Right now, it's not that hard because most people are obviously not maxed. Like, right now, you have to say that again. With Town of 14, I know there was so much screaming about Town of 14 is so unbalanced at the beginning. Remember, just yesterday, or like today where I'm recording this, was the update day. So it's really important that you're not jumping too far to any conclusions, because like, no one is maxed yet at the moment. Even the jammers are not maxed yet, most likely. So always remember that. Next attack. This time around, we're going with a kind of like a tweaked TDH style, I would say, on this base. So what TDH likes to do is he's blimping out one corner, most of the time one of the flanking corners of the clan castle. He's not even investing a ton, he's just blimping out the corner. First, luring out the clan castle. Second of all, creating pathing for the queen. Those are the two big things. And for us, our objective right now is yet again queen charging the town hall. If we're getting the eagle on that way, that's awesome. And that's our second objective. So yet again, let's just do it and do it again and hopefully get another 3-star. So far we're queen charging in. It's looking great. Obviously poison everything, so that looks good. And now we have some nice damage over there, but at this point we want to wall break 2 more compartments. First, we want to wall break the 9 o'clock compartment to make sure that that one is open. Then let the king break into the 6 o'clock compartment. It's really important with that yak. And then with this means all of the compartments are open. Every single compartment is open except one big compartment, and that's the core. So the last wall breaker should get to the core, and that's kind of like our next setup, what we're going to do. So taking out the clan castle, which takes really, really long, so it was not really nicely planned. The wizard was a really bad thing. I should have used an archer on the beta hut, but whatever, I'm still in the beginning, still learning. And now, as soon as those 2 buildings are going down, air defense and the gold storage, we can now wall break into the core. There we go. And this means the queen can reach everything. This queen now is going to be the MVP because she can clear out the entire base. At this point though, at 1 minute 30, you should get nervous. At 1 minute 30 roundabout, you should get nervous and start with your Dragon Riders really, really soon. Otherwise, time will always be an issue. Dragon Riders are quick, yes, but they are like not as quick as Lado, for example. And if you're asking that, yes, I think that Queen Charge Dragon Riders is not as strong as Queen Charge Lado. I think Lado is always stronger because it's just, if you can execute it, it's just so insane. And I feel like with the Dragon Riders, they're just so strong right now because they're just so easy to use. Like, I do not have to invest any more spells into that, but Loons would have done a similar job, especially after that Queen Charge. And that's what I love about this Queen Charge, is that you do not have to concentrate on the Dragon Riders too much, because that's what I'm struggling with. I'm really, really struggling with Queen Charge Lalo when I have to concentrate on too many things. But with the Dragon Riders, it's kind of chill. Like, it's not too hard to concentrate on a Queen Charge, and meanwhile just sending in some Dragon Riders, that's it. Obviously, during the Queen Charge, you need to create a plan. Like, you need to create a plan for every single specific thing. For example, on this one, we did not need the Royal Champion for the funneling, for example. So for the king or like for the queen or whatever. So we're just sending in the Royal Champion with those Dragon Riders. So everything in this army composition feels like a huge flex, which means like you can use it for anything basically, except obviously the Queen Charge. So you can use the blimp in the beginning, you can use the blimp for some pathing for the Dragon Riders. You can use the Royal Champion for funneling, you can use the Royal Champion for the Dragon Riders. So there are a ton of options. Now let's take a look at the next attack. This one is, well, there are 2 things. First off, we want to charge the town hall. Second of all, if possible, we want to take down the eagle. But the next big objective is the clan castle, because if you're not using the Royal Champion for pathing, for funneling, then you need to make sure that the clan castle has been lured with the Queen Charge. Otherwise, you have some huge problems. So the reason why I'm going in from this side is because we're having a really easy access to the clan castle with this blimp for the single Inferno Tower. We need to rage it. We do not need to rage it. We can just chill, let our queen do her thing. Obviously, we're kind of lucky with having non-max defenses right now on the enemy side, because like this queen would have been dead anyways. We're like with maxed archer towers, maxed cannon whatsoever. So always remember, if bases are getting more maxed out, and especially everyone is becoming like more and more maxed, it's going to be not as easy anymore. So at this point, our goal is to get into the core. Now my question, how would you guys wall break? You have 2 wall breakers left. Think about it. You have 5 seconds and tell me what you would like to do. So what are our options? Where can we wall break? How can we do and go on from this point? Well, if you have thought about wall breaking into the Dark Elixir Drill and then into the Town Hall, that might be good, but at the same time, we need our king pushing our queen further inside the base as well. And with this wall break, we're opening up for the king, and we're opening up the compartment, and this means now we can use the really cheeky wall break to get into the elixir storage, and this is opening just everything. Totally OP wall break. We're getting into the core. We have access to everything. We have our king taking out the enemy Royal Champion. We have our king taking out the enemy Inferno Tower. That's just perfect. And yet again, the 1 minute 30-second mark roundabout, that's where we have to start our dragon. And well, right now I'm kind of like still considering like what should be the next step, because like those were my first attack with this strategy in Legends. So those are the first attacks. I'm still like hesitating a little bit. And we did not need any rages most likely for our queen shot. So we have a ton of rages which you can use for the dragon riders as well. And like I said, that's the cool thing. Most of those things in this army composition can be used for either way. Can be used for the queen shot, can be used for the dragon riders, things like that. And you can see I'm non-stop raging those troops from the outside, some more troops, and they're so tanky. But at the same time, the Royal Champion is always helping as well. Yet again, another rage for the backhand, still considering where should we use that. And well, now just the invisibility spell, keeping everything safe. We have 46 seconds left. Another rage just to speed things up. The Dragon Riders would have gotten that anyways. But I mean, come on, a rage is always great to use. So 35 seconds, and that should be no problem. Royal Champion ability for the backhand. And that's yet again another 3-star run. I'm not really cutting anything together or like showing you only the great attacks. You will see that at the end of the video. Those were just the first 4. I will show you one more. First 4 attacks of this. Of my legend day, of my day with the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. And it's a really strong, really fun strategy. And as I said, especially because people are not maxed. So let's take a look at the next phase. Let's combine everything. So first, we want to get the tunnel. That's the first objective. If it's possible, we should get the eagle on that way. If it's possible, looting out the clan castle, kind of nice and easy as well. What I'm doing, I'm going to queen charge in from the bottom side, which is the clan castle far side, but at the same time, the timing with that clan castle should be after we have faced most of the damage, which is expos, scatter shots, things like that, because it's so far back. So that's totally fine. So that is no problem whatsoever. The queen, I let her walk just a little bit towards the right side, so she's not backtracking or anything. That's what we're doing right now. Just chilling, waiting for everything. Now the king to funnel. The new king skin, obviously, looking kind of cool. Now the next wall breaker in there, onto the arch tower. That was on purpose because I do not want to wall break too far on the left side, because then I'm kind of scared of the queen actually getting backtracked, or like is backtracking onto the gold storage, things like that. So for now, freeze onto the enemy queen. King ability just to push our queen into the right direction. And then as soon as the scatter is locked onto our queen, we're going to use another wall break, another Kokoloon. And this is looking amazing yet again. This is looking really, really good as long as our queen is going for that eagle. And well, we have some super minions in there. Using the poison really nice and early. Should take them out kinda without taking any damage with our queen, which is awesome. So we have still 3 more rages. Even though we just deployed 1, we have 3 more rages. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy. And yet again, we have not needed that blimp. We have not needed that Royal Champion, so we're going to start with the Royal Champion. And then the Dragon Riders, yet again, just sending them into the base. It's not complicated to deploy them. And then the next thing what I like to do is Headhunters in combination with the Warden ability. That's really, really good. Try to block some first Black Mans if it's possible as well with those Dragon Riders. And with that Warden ability, and that's it. At this point, I'm just sending the Slammer from the right side because that's the back-end air defense. So I do not want to have my Dragon Riders to have like to worry about the back-end air defense, because that's kind of annoying, to be honest. And yeah, just keeping everything alive, having still the rage left. The Slammer even opened up the wall so the queen has access to the back end, so she has not to get through a wall, which was not planned, by the way. That was just like a lucky shot at this point. But hey, another rage, and that's it. Another crushed base. So really good, a really cool strategy. Really looking forward to see how things are evolving. But at the same time, one quick reminder, it's only the beginning. Still, I might think that 1 more Black Man would be nice for the balance over for the air heavy meta right now, because I feel like dragons, they might be even stronger than Dragon Riders. Either way, as you just saw, those are the first 4 attacks of my day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, and let me know how your Dragon Riders attacks are going. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.